21, closing in on the end here. I know this is long. Voice search optimization, right? So more and more of us are using voice search, right? For Google, it's Hey Google. For Apple, it's Hey Siri. Amazon, use Alexa. Microsoft Windows uses Cortana. You probably didn't even know that. Nobody uses Cortana as far as I know. But it causes us to search using that more natural language, right? We speak in full questions or sentences when we're asking things. Like I've been asking Alexa, like, hey, Alexa, I don't want to say it too loud, it's going to respond. What's the temperature going to be at 8 p.m. tonight? It's going to say tonight, Alexa, it's going to be, whatever. So we're asking these really long, full questions of these items. And something else I gotta tell you too is everybody keeps asking. I've had a bunch of calls recently, people asking me, hey, are we in voice search? Are we in, the Apple, Hey Siri, the Alexa? And I go, the easiest thing to do, honestly, is just ask them, right? Go, I go, hey Google, what's the phone number of this business? And if it knows it, great. Ask this, hey Google, what's the traffic to this business? And if it tells you, you're in, same thing with Alexa, Apple, all of them. Just ask, hey Siri, what's the address of the business name, your business name? And if it responds, you're in. Don't worry about it. But people are calling everybody, trying to solicit them. Oh, you got to get into voice search. Honestly, if you're in the local listings for these companies, the majority of them, or you're doing any kind of local stuff on Google and Bing, for argument's sake, you're probably already going to be in them. And if they don't respond or don't know, try maybe a different question, but maybe asking, you can ask things like, what's the traffic to, and name a particular business, your business, and it'll say, oh, traffic looks light. Traffic to so-and-so at this time looks light. It'll take you approximately this amount. If they know where you're at, you're in. So use that as an idea. Try changing, this is a little tip, try changing some of your heading tags, H1s, H2s, on the pages that you've got into questions that people are asking, right? Instead of just saying, like, listing out a statement, list out a question that people might be asking. Remember, this again goes back to intent. It's all about intent. So provide the best information to your users, answers those visitors' questions as fully as possible. And we're seeing here, this is a little bit kind of dated here, but you could see, 50% of all searches would be voice searches. That's more than that. It's from 2020. Voice searches on a daily basis, teens 55%, adults 44%. Again, more and more and more of us, it's becoming normal, right? Hell, I have an Alexa in my car. And I talk to Alexa in my car. I put stuff on my notes. I put stuff, on a to-do list. If I remember I need something to go shopping, put on my shopping list. I get the time. I have it play my music. I mean, everywhere we're doing this now. So again, it goes back to this idea of writing content in a conversational tone that anticipates questions that your users might ask using these tips, right? Keep the words simple where possible. Write shorter sentences, not long sentences. Swap passive voice for active voice, and talk to your user directly by using the second person voice, like saying you, your, you'll, that kind of thing. Not saying we, us, our. You don't want any of that. You want you, your, and you'll. You want this, you need this, you'll like this. That's really going to be way more valuable and more of a user focus than what we used to do. Use your favorite keyword research tool to search for those long tail keywords, those 4, 5, 6 or longer word phrases that reflect the natural language people are using, especially those that are using the voice assistants or speech to text to search. Okay, that's where we're going to find that. Optimize your website structure data. Here we go again, to help the engines better understand your content and present it in the search results, especially in like FAQs, Q&As. All really important. Make sure your website's mobile friendly, as voice searches are often made on mobile devices more often than they are on computers and desktops, right? The majority of us are asking our phones in these voice searches, right? Not our desktops. So again, there's really good information there from that focus agency group as well. And you can optimize for voice search by targeting phrasing, right? The way someone phrases a typed query is different than a verbal query. So like someone may type best hiking boot brand, but verbally they might say, what's the best hiking boot brand? Well, using the question, what's the best hiking boot brand, might be a way to add a heading or something on your web page and ask the question like a user would, and then provide the answer and give them all the information about why it's the best one. But optimizing for these verbal searches, a great way to target those conversational keywords that we've been talking about, that Google likes as well. Keep answers short. If you're optimizing for these conversational keywords, keep your answers concise, deliver helpful information fast. And to answer the best hiking boot query, you may have a short blurb highlighting the top brands and dividing them into more detail later on. Consider the vernacular, right? Different regions have specific phrases they use to describe objects or places. I know, like, in New York City, where I was in the area, we call it soda. But when I went to school in the Rochester area, they called it pop, right? So it's like, it's different vernacular. So if you're a local business and you just moved from New York City to Rochester and you're calling everything soda, well, no one's calling it that. They're calling it pop. So make sure you know your vernacular. People who live in the state of Pennsylvania, typically call it PA. They don't call it Pennsylvania, just call it PA. I remember one time I was doing some work for a company that was in Michigan, and I kept seeing up. I was like, why do I keep seeing up? What is up? And I only found out later on that up meant Upper Peninsula, right? But they all knew that. I had no clue. And so I was like, why is everybody using up? I didn't understand it, but it was the vernacular. So knowing that can help you optimize for more conversational search, because people in the neighborhood are going to be talking that way, and you want to be doing that as well. All right.